Welcome back. We are sorry for that imaginary break. Yes, what do you have to say on the major headlines so far?
Okay, to start with, I want to talk about end appetite, says Adesina, because
concerning the Omicron variant.
yes,
Okay.
because you can see that the level of appetite, from the UK, it has become unbearable. Because you can see that it's not only Nigeria that have the cases of coronavirus. You can see other African countries, you understand me, that has the similar case of coronavirus, but they have not been placed under the red.
But don't you think that we should also go ahead and then work on our boundary system and including our airport? We also should go there and do something about that.
Yes, I think it should be the right thing for Nigeria, to do. They should go back to their drawing board, they should go back to our boundary. I think in order to stop this appetite, I think Nigeria government needs to do something about it, as soon as possible. Yes.
Because you see, on the Omicron cases, the Nigeria South Africa should issue reciprocal, travel restriction on UK orders, says by Mohalu. That is what he said, and then insist vaccine inequality should be addressed. Add Nigeria has enough vaccine to cover 7% of the population till December 2022, and then it is said that yes, there are enough vaccine that could cater for the Omicron detected variant.
Yes.
So don't you think that should at least should be that should be enough to keep the country safe?
Yes, hence Nigeria had enough vaccine. Okay, Nigeria should equally do place travel ban,
to checkmate
those that are coming in. Do you understand me? They should place that travel ban so that UK they should not come into Nigeria. The travel ban that they placed on Nigeria. If they couldn't lift the travel ban, Nigeria should also place that travel ban on the UK government for them not to travel into Nigeria, because we had enough vaccine. Do you understand me? We had enough vaccine.
Okay? That quickly brings me to the next topic: of injustice system and then the jailbreak. According to the executive director of the Prison Fellowship of Nigeria, which is Mr. Bessin, he made it clear when he said that the jailbreak is a reflection of injustice and system failure. And then he further, attribute this jailbreak to, some of the outstanding or long-standing, persons awaiting trials, and then some who have been in prison for more than 15 years, and yet nothing has been done. And that this is part of some of the reasons why the prison should be reformed, and that it is one of the causes why there are always part of the attempted jail break in the system. And then do you think that the court should do something about it? Because our justice system that send people to prison or send or those who violate the law to prison, what do you think they should do to respond to this issue?
I think our Nigerian criminal justice systems, it needs to be reviewed. I can say that there's a lot of corruption ongoing in the justice system. You can see a lot of cases are there. We can see awaiting trial. That have not been attended to.
Some persons are still in prison.
Some people are still in prison.
Yet waiting to know when their case will be pronounced.
Yes. The last time I visited, the prison, I've seen a lot of cases. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of cases, awaiting trial. Now, what is keeping them? Do you understand me? What is keeping them? They have not been tried. Some of them, they don't even know the offense that they have been committed. Do you understand me?
And that means there are a lot of cases that are pending.
Yeah, a lot of cases pending.
These are things that should be addressed, and to avoid this much time awaiting trial and other issues. Because that is what Mr. Benson Iwagu has said, that this issue should be looked into. The police, the court system, all these things should look into these issues. This body should look into these issues and address some of these errors that are there to avoid so much, attempted, jailbreak. Okay, still on this, let's quickly go back to our other issues on ground. We have the Kwara State University that justified the rustication of over 87 students. The VC, that is the Professor Muhammad Akambi, the son, made it known that the university is purely for academic purpose, and as such, students shouldn't come into the school with the aim of carrying out antisocial activities. That this is not the guideline, that is not the rule, and as such, that parents should make sure that they caution their ward, that is, they caution their children before coming into the school, and that the school will not hesitate to expel any student that is found wanting. He made this known in the 8 and 9 convocation of the school, where he expressed dissatisfaction on students, activities, or how students should face their, academic rather than going into antisocial activities. What do you think about our moral standard?
I think the action taken by the Kwara State University, I think is the right one, because of the rate of courtesans in our high institution now that's becoming what unbearable. And then the action, the rustication will be a deterrent to others, to show to the students that are coming into campus with sinister motive, because some of them are not coming there for studies. You know what I mean? Some of them are coming there just with different vision.
As a venue to celebrate.
Yes, as a venue. You know what I mean? To perpetrate their evil act.
And,
you know what I mean?
Some of them fail to understand that university is for academy and character.
Yes, it's for academy and character. Do you understand me?
And as such, they just see it as a place for what? Ovation.
Yes.
Where they go there to play, do other things. And I believe that is what the VC is saying, that they should be cautioned at home and let them know that they are coming purely for learning.
Yes, and then I want to make it very clear that it shouldn't be only the Kwara State University. The other university out there should also checkmate what the activities of the students on the campus. Do you understand me? Anybody, any student being caused, do you understand me, should be dealt with.
That quickly brings me to the next topic, the ultimatum given by the ASUU to the federal government. You will hear from us in 24 hours, says ASUU. That's a serious one. ASUU, the ASUU is issuing a warning note to the federal government, telling the federal government that despite its engagement or discussion with the Minister of Labour, Chris Ngigi, that much has not been heard from on the part of the federal government, and as such, that ASUU said that they are doing their consultation, and that as soon as they are done with the consultation, that the federal government will hear from ASUU, and Nigerians we see or we hear the position of ASUU, in the sense that ASUU is saying that they might embark on what? Indefinite industrial strike, and that this were as a result of some of the failed response, renegotiation on the part of the federal government when they talk about the issue of the University Transparency Accountability Solution, UTAS, promotion areas, and then on the part of the IPPS, that there are inconsistency in the IPPS as arranged by the federal government, and that these issues have not been addressed, and as such, they might embark on strike. What do you think? Don't you think that we are talking about the courtism now, and again we are talking about the student going on strike? What do you think will be the effect on the student and the production sector of the country? What do you think?
I think the ASUU and then the federal government saga, I think it's not a good news to the student, because I could remember the last time that the ASUU they had the strike that lasted for some months. Most of the students, they went back to their various houses, and then it affected what the students, what academic performances, and then and the strike could also, it will also affect the student, and it can also lead some students to do what, to indulge in crime. Do you understand me? Because as they stay at home for a long time, some of them, they are jobless because they don't have anything to do. So anything that comes their way, yes, they can take it. Do you understand me? So for ASUU now, saying that, okay, they will embark on indefinite war strike if the federal government couldn't respond. Do you understand me? Now, sometimes I wonder, and I do ask myself, okay, now you can hear that, okay, the federal government and the ASUU, they reach an agreement.
Yes.
And sometimes you hear from ASUU that the federal government has failed. Do you understand me? The federal government has failed. Now, what stopped the federal government from implementing
its own part?
Yes, you understand me? Its own part. Do you understand me? Okay, now the students...
They talk about the promotion areas.
Okay.
The renegotiation that they have been meeting from 2009 on the ASUU and the federal government, and that they had an agreement, but yet they've not heard from the federal government.
So like I said, it's not a good news. Do you understand me? Most especially those that are about to graduate. Those that are about to graduate, because they are about to graduate, and the ASUU now is telling what indefinite strike again. So it will hinder their graduation, and it will prolong. Do you understand me? It will prolong.
It's like their negotiation has, somehow, not really giving a balance, playing field, in the sense that for ASUU to say you will hear from us in the next 24 hours, that is serious.
Yeah, it's a serious
so the
one.
government, the federal government need to quickly react
to respond,
to
do
respond
something
to
about
that,
it.
and
The federal
see how
government
this
needs
can be
to
done.
respond. Yes.
So I think the person of Chris Ungegi should find a way to get an enabling playing field to make sure that the ASUU is fully committed to upholding academic integrity in the university and working to make the university a global system or competitive institution like our other counterparts. Again, yeah. So I don't know. You have other thing to look at?
Yes. There's another headline that says how I become pregnant. To a 17 years old boy. It's an interesting one. But it's a sad one. Let me put it in that way. Because you can see that the woman in question
trying to solve a problem.
Yeah, is trying to solve a problem. According to what she said, she has been married to the man for over 19 years. There's no issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no issue. And then they have been consulting, going to hospital here and there, and then later on it was discovered that the husband has a low sperm count. Do you understand me? So it has become an issue. She has been victimizing. She has been going through agony, hardship, and whatsoever. Do you understand me? So now, so for over time she has been going through difficulties, even to an extent that the husband was no longer, coming close to her. The husband was insulting her, calling her some names.
I could imagine the kind of torture she might have gone through.
Yeah, she has gone through what? She has gone through severe, torture.
A child for 15 years.
For good 15 years. Now she later, she decided to do what? To test her fertility. According to her, now she wanted to do what? To test her fertility. And then, there's this 17 years old boy we're talking about, he was staying with them, but she couldn't know that, okay, this 17 years old boy is a biological son to her husband. Do you understand? It's a biological son to her husband. So she was thinking that maybe it's one of the husband's relatives. Do you understand me? And then according to her, she felt like maybe if she go out there to test her fertility, it will be an adultery. But if she do it with the husband relative, it will be a lesser sin. It will be a lesser sin. So the boy is on underage, so he couldn't have knowledge about all this thing. The boy was adamant, but she persuaded the boy. She persuaded the boy, and then the boy went in with her.
That's an
and
interesting story.
Yes.
It's quite interesting.
The boy went in with her, and then she became pregnant. Do you understand me? But the sad story is that when the boy later got an admission, where the guy on his way going to process the admission, the guy got accident and he died. Do you understand me? When the boy died, and then the husband was so worried because of his son's
the death of the
boy. But the husband couldn't disclose.
Still unknown to the woman.
Yes, still unknown to the woman. Do you understand me? Still unknown to the woman.
Meanwhile, the woman still have not told the man.
Yes.
Who got her pregnant.
Yes. You can see the woman couldn't even tell the man.
And the man could not still tell the woman that it is her son. It is his son.
Yeah, and she know that in this period, the husband couldn't come close to the wife for over 7 months. Do you understand me? The husband couldn't come close to the wife for over 7 months. So now later, what actually happened was that later, when the husband became worried, do you understand me? So now the wife, okay. So the wife also was worried because the husband was emaciating. You know, he was not eating. Do you understand me? Okay. So now, in conclusion, the story is that I want to make it very clear. You know, in marriage, infidelity and insincerity is not good because of the tragic event that just took place.
Because
as a result
we
of
noticed insincerity
and what?
But it was the insincerity that led to the infidelity.
Yes,
so because the man was not sincere to himself.
Yes.
So now, what do you think, viewers out there? What is your comment on this particular issue? What is your position while listening to this issue or this discussion? Can we get your view on this? Submit your view to us while we go through it, and let us know your position on this. So, do you have anything on sports?
Yes. Yesterday was another bad day, for Arsenal, as they lost 2-1 to Everton. They have lost back to back. They lost 3-2 to
Arsenal.
Manchester United at Old Trafford. Yesterday they also lost 2-1 to Everton at Goodison Park. The first goal by Odegaard was not enough to give the visiting side, which is Arsenal, a win, as Everton they came from behind to win the match 2-1. It's not a good movement for Arsenal fans, and then Arsenal fans. And also today is a day of Champions League night, as much of the matches we play down, in the Champions League, as some clubs that have already qualified and some are also eyeing to do what to qualify for the knockout
stage.
You
so much like sport like me. This is a good one. Okay, all right, thank you. That is how much we can take on today's morning briefing. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, Aspheric TV. Follow us on our social media handle, our WhatsApp, our Facebook, and what have you. Let's meet by tomorrow. Join us tomorrow, same time on Aspheric TV. Thank you. I am Nathaniel Ajakaye, and
I am Mikawe Nicholas.
Bye.